On the same day inflation hit that new 40-year high, Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell says Republicans are very optimistic about the upcoming midterms. But he also issued this warning to a crowd in Kentucky saying, quote, from an atmospheric point of view, it's a perfect storm of problems for the Democrats. How could you screw this up? It's actually possible. And we've had some experience with that in the past. You can't nominate somebody who's just sort of unacceptable to a broader group of people and win. Niall Stanage, White House columnist for The Hill, joining us right now. I'm guessing he's talking about a certain particular person, though, I mean, in all honesty, that person did win the first time around. It seems the GOP is in a great position to take the majority in Congress because of this perfect storm scenario. But again, I think a lot of people are thinking, you know, not so fast. Don't get too cocky.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the odds clearly favor Republicans, Adrienne. The prevailing winds are all behind them, and all they need to do is sail with that wind. But they could mess it up for themselves. Mitch McConnell there talking about the possibility of putting up unelectable candidates who would win primaries but lose general elections. And yes, it's partly talking about Trump, but he also alluded to events of approximately a decade ago, when Republicans lost winnable Senate seats because they put up, in one instance, a woman who had dabbled in witchcraft, in another, a gentleman who made some very disgraceful comments about rape, really. So, you know, there are ways that you can mess this up. What you just said, that would certainly be a couple of instances. And of course, Democrats would clearly be wanting to mess this up. Former President Trump facing backlash from some on the right for endorsing Dr. Oz in Pennsylvania. Is Dr. Oz now seen as one of those people that McConnell is talking about as well? I think he is. I mean, that will clearly be a test of Trump's personal popularity, because in Dr. Oz's case, it's not so much an ideological battle. In fact, hardline conservatives would argue that Dr. Oz has a record of being too liberal for their tastes on things like gun control and, again, on reproductive rights. But by virtue of Trump endorsing him, he has made it a real test of his own, the former president's popularity and influence. Will Republican primary voters in Pennsylvania vote for Dr. Oz against other candidates, frankly, because Trump likes him?
Interesting. What's the chatter? Has anybody looked into their crystal ball to predict the real outcome of this year's midterms?
Well, I shall be that astrological person for you today, Adrienne, and suggest that... What a special treat for you. But look, sorry, clearly Republicans are heavily favoured for the House of Representatives, and the Senate is a more complicated picture.
I didn't mean to get you on that chorus of laughter that couldn't stop, but I couldn't help myself. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.